Dune 2 was a cinematic event on a level we really haven't seen in years, maybe since Avengers Endgame. It grossed over $700 million worldwide, and I personally saw it 3 times in theaters, with it getting better and better every viewing. At the time of its release, it felt as though fans would have to wait years to see the next installment in the franchise. Dune was split into a Part 1 and a Part 2 in order to successfully adapt the original Dune novel, and Denis Villeneuve has teased at wanting to make a third Dune movie, which would undoubtedly adapt the next book in the series, Dune Messiah, which shows more of the Holy War and Paul Atreides' downfall. But Villeneuve has expressed desire to take a break from the desert and possibly direct another movie before heading back to Arrakis, which more than likely would have been his Cleopatra movie currently in development. He wants to give the next Dune movie time for its screenplay to become golden and not rush into anything, which I must say is an appreciated thought process as a fan. However, Warner Bros. Recently announced that Villeneuve's next event film will hit theaters on December 18, 2026, and that it hails from Legendary Entertainment, home to his Dune movies. Plot details have not yet been shared, but Villeneuve previously stated that a third Dune movie would not likely be his next film. He does have a nuclear war film set up at Legendary, but sources say that Villeneuve may have had a change of heart and could be turning his attention back to Dune. According to Deadline, Villeneuve and Legendary Pictures have been working on a script and locking cast for Dune Messiah, so it would seem as though they expect to have the film ready for this December 2026 release date. I honestly couldn't be more excited to return to this universe for another Dune movie as soon as possible. I trust Villeneuve not to rush it, so if he thinks he's got a great script and a great cast, I believe that he does. But my concern with this news is the fact that this release date falls on the exact same day as the next Star Wars movie to release in theaters. While I thought about making this its own video, I figured it would be easiest to talk about it here. This terrifies me. I know there was the whole Barbenheimer situation last year, and both films did relatively well, but both were new films, not franchises, and I still don't think this is a precedent that should be set. Dune Messiah would crush Star Wars at the box office. I'm much more entrenched in the Star Wars fandom online than Dune, and while the internet isn't an accurate representation of the fandom as a whole, I know many people who would easily pick Dune over Star Wars, and based on the current state of Star Wars, it's not hard to see why. Fans are more upset than ever over the recent Disney Plus shows. Some have good reasons for it, and others don't, but at the end of the day that doesn't matter. Throw on the fact that the next Star Wars movie, the one with this December 2026 release date, will probably be the new Jedi Order Rey film. I honestly think it could bomb at the box office. Solo: A Star Wars Story is a great Star Wars movie in my opinion, but its box office numbers don't reflect that because its release came right around both Infinity War and Deadpool 2. The newest Star Wars movie would have to compete with the juggernaut of Dune on the same weekend, and throw in the fact that it'll probably be the next follow-up of the sequels and those characters, I'm worried for its success. While I would happily see both Star Wars and Dune Messiah on the same day or weekend, and I know a lot of other people would as well, there are also many others who don't need another reason to skip out on Star Wars. The new Jedi Order movie is already facing an uphill climb because of Rey as its main character, and Lucasfilm shouldn't make this any harder on themselves. Maybe Dune Messiah gets delayed if production takes longer than anticipated to get going, which I'm kind of hoping for, because it would be nice to see Star Wars return to the holiday season in theaters. But if not, I would expect for the Star Wars release date to be moved to avoid the competition. Which movie would you choose to see in theaters that opening weekend? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like the video and subscribe for more Dune coverage, and remember to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you all for watching, and remember, the Force will be with you, always.